Hello Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy your reading. This is a general life reading, and then if you stay on, you can watch the love reading, which will follow straight afterwards. I've already shuffled and laid out the cards, so let's get started. Okay, so you've got quite an important month coming up at this time. Now, there seem to be two main themes. Either relationship related and money related, or the two could be intertwined. The relationship situation is any close personal one-on-one relationship. So this can be a love relationship or somebody else. If you're not in a love relationship, it could be somebody else that you're close to at this time. It could also be a business partnership. Or anybody that's close personal one-on-one relationship. And it could also, it may bring in a legal matter as well. But then also we've got a financial side. We've got the second house and the eighth house. Second house deals with your income and your actual money. And the eighth house deals with bigger, larger assets and finance. And that also has got a relationship element to it as well. So let's dive in. It seems to me like there has been, or there may come in, some kind of disappointment, or it could be a loss, or some kind of cycle ending and a new one beginning. So you could be having a very good look at certain things and realizing that some aspects of what I've discussed already, or what I will discuss, is not working for you anymore. So it may go by itself, it may fall away by itself, or something will trigger it and it will fall away. Now this could be, it could be very fast and very quick and, come across as a disappointment, or it could be the way you are viewing something. You are now seeing something in a new light, or it could be a case of what you have sown you are reaping. So you are reaping something from the past that just hasn't worked. You may have put all your efforts into something and it just hasn't really worked out for you, or you are realizing that it's had its time and place and now you need to go in a new direction. So take it as it resonates. We've got Saturn return here. So this is saying exactly what I've said. This is an opportunity to grow in a direction which is close to your heart, okay? Something that you are kind of longing to do, or you may have wanted to do. This is the could have, should have, would have card, okay? So it's a second chance element coming in for you, which is very important because it's a gift wrapped up in something which is maybe perceived as a bit of a loss or a disappointment, or some kind of ending of some sort. It could also be that you've reached a point in your life where what you have been doing with your life is no longer applicable, and it's either leaving by itself or it's something that you have to let go of. And this is going to open up an opportunity for you to go after something which is close to your heart. This is a heart-based decision. Now, this is something that is important to you from it could have been something that you would have liked to have done, or you could have done, or you should have done. Now, there may have been circumstances in your past which prevented you from doing this, whatever it is, and it kind of was almost like you were duty bound, or you had responsibilities which just weren't conducive to following whatever it is. Now, this could have been a career, it could have been a relationship, it could have been some aspect of your life. It could also be travel. It could be something that you wanted to do, but it didn't come off, or it didn't happen for whatever reason, or you just chose differently at that time, okay? It can also be a case of where you are older and your children have left home and other aspects are changing in your immediate environment, and now you have an opportunity to go in a different direction, although it may take some realistic views of your situation. You may have to have a very good, strong, hard look at everything to decide what is working and what is not, and where your heart lies, okay? So very strong second chance, or some sort of opportunity wrapped up in a change of some sort, which it's kind of, coming home to yourself. It's going to build up tremendous inner strength as well in this, because this is a slow moving energy, but what it is, it can be something which you have to let go of, or move away from, or change direction completely in order to go after something which is in your heart, something that you would love to do, or would like to do, or would have liked to have done. And this is the gift. This is the opportunity, a chance to release a responsibility which you've had in some way, shape, or form, and go after something else. But it won't be easy. This is not going to be something where you can immediately shift and everything falls into place. Saturn requires hard work. Saturn requires diligence, discipline, and for having a plan, having a strategy. All right. So moving forward strongly in the direction of what it is that you would like to do, or how you would like to use your time. And this is going to be another phase in your life, a new phase in your life. Okay. So that's coming in. We have also got the Fairy Tarot 7 of Winter. There is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. So this can be wrapped up in this. Saturn can really pull the rose-tinted spectacles off. Okay, so something in your environment is not being faced, or it is not being covered by you, or you're just not seeing clearly at this time. All right, and this is saying that there is some sort of better choice for you. There's some other option, and you need to actually just face it and deal with it, which is what Saturn will, press you to do, and live up to your true and authentic self. Live up to that. It could also be that you are following a situation or a group or a person or some kind of endeavor which is actually not right for you. Now, this could have a lack of integrity. You could be seeing something that's not honest. There's lots of ways that can be manifesting. So it's something that is not sitting right with you, or something that is no longer applicable to you. As I said, you may have had a disappointment, or you could be seeing something in a new light, and now you're realizing that it's not for you. Okay, so this is about moving away from that, and also facing up to certain aspects which have just not been right for you, whether it's a group of people or a situation or a profession, or just something which is now not resonating with you anymore, and you're moving away from that. Okay. We also have the release card, which is a major arcana. So this is the death card. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. So all of this is wrapped up in the Saturn return. It's about letting go of something, but it could also be a cycle shift, as I said. So some aspect of your life is now being released, or needs to be released, so that you can bring in these new things which are going to lead you in a better direction. But the situation will be, it will be difficult. There will be aspects that you have to cover, things you have to deal with, and all of these things are wrapped up in learning experience. This is life experience. Okay, but something is ending, something's beginning. It could be the end of a cycle, it could be the end of a profession. You could be going in a new direction in some way, shape, or form. And we'll cover that. It could also be financially. Perhaps you've realized that something that you've been working on, or that you've been hoping for or investing in, just for some reason hasn't worked, or now you've got to recoup what you can and move on. So there's lots of ways that this can come in, but definitely something ending, something beginning, and it's that new beginning that is really, really important here. That is what you've got to be focusing on. Okay, move away from things you do not resonate with, and move forward into something which is better for you, or is something that is coming from your heart. Now, as I said, this could also be with the Saturn return card, this can be age related as well. So this could be that you may be feeling that you are too young or too old to be making these changes, or to be going after something. So now, if you're too young, you could be feeling that there's something that you want to do, and you feel that you don't have the experience, or you don't have this, or you don't have the skills, or whatever it may be. And this is Saturn return card is saying, do not let that deter you. And it's the same with feeling that you may be too old to be making these changes now. It's just a number, it's a perception, and the world we live in is very ageist. So once you reach a certain age, all sorts of things start happening. This is nonsense. You create your life, okay? You create your attitude, your beliefs, and how you're going to proceed in life. So you decide. You decide what it is you want to go for, and you go for it, okay? Now, you are going to be needing to shore up your confidence at this time. Do whatever you have to do. The Saturn return will, will propel you to be well prepared. You're laying foundations for the future now. So lay a good foundation, build it properly, okay? Saturn won't allow you to build it on wobbly ground. It's got to be on a solid foundation. This requires thought. This requires meditation, going within, listening to your guidance, following synchronicities and symbols. The universe is delivering these things to us all the time. Your spirit team is delivering these things to you all the time. All you have to do is ask for help and guidance so that you make the right decisions, okay? But you're going to need confidence to move forward. And this, when you make a decision from your heart, okay, then the confidence will automatically come in. The mind is not a decision-making tool. It's an analytical tool, okay? And it cannot make decisions based on the past or a future that may or may not happen. You can only make a decision based in the present moment. And this is why you must be in the present moment whenever you make a decision, okay? So move forward with confidence here. So now onto your reading. We've got the 8th house. So this deals with the nuts and bolts of a relationship, whether this is a committed partnership as in a relationship or some other close personal relationship, or it could be a business partnership. And it's saying that it's the nuts and bolts. It's the, what brought the merging of that. So that is the emotional and material resources around that. So you could be moving out of that situation and going into a more independent situation, or you could be going into a partnership. Just take it as it resonates for your situation. But it deals with all of that. It also deals with big finance, investments, assets, accounting, banking, tax, all of these things. And in some cases, if there has been some sort of passing in your life, the Saturn return sometimes can trigger that, or it may have happened where somebody has passed in your life and that has created a shift. So what that may do actually is then bring in things to do with legacies or inheritances and so on. It deals with that as well. This is the sex, death and birth card. The house of that. So everything around that. It may not be a physical death. As I said, it can be a cyclical change, the death of something to make way for something new, like an ego death, or the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, the end of a chapter, the beginning of a new one. Or it could be a regeneration and a renewal of something already existing, or something that you would have liked to have done. And this is where the regeneration and renewal comes in, connected to the Saturn return. So this is something that may have been a part of your life at one point, but it got sidelined, or it wasn't followed up, or it was just put aside in favor of other things. And this could be a regeneration and a renewal of that. So take it as it resonates for you. The birthing is birthing new things, but it can obviously be a physical birthing. But it can be creating new things, and obviously the sexual intimacy comes into, a love relationship or a committed relationship. The 8th house deals with committed relationships. So it could be to do with that. But there's some kind of, there's something that is going to be phased out, and something is going to be phased in. So it's all to do with that. Now, we have got the Grand Cross Provoker. So this is a very strong catalyst for change energy. This is going to build up inner strength. Okay, once you have made up your mind and you know what direction you're going in, this is where you're dealing with multiple things all at once. It can come in the form of juggling, but you want to be moving forward while you are juggling all these different things. You don't want to be moving backwards or staying in the same place. And you can only do that through prioritizing your time and consolidation. This may be financially as well, and also dealing with others. So, communication with others, and harnessing the power of cooperation as well. That may be coming in, but it's like many things coming at you all at once. Many things to be dealt with from all different directions, because this is all 4 hard angles coming at you. It can be a very frustrating period, very pressurized. But this creates diamonds. This energy creates diamonds. So just remember that when you are going through this. Prioritize if you have to change your list every hour, every day, every week, whatever it is, and work solidly through that. Manage your time. But it will build up a tremendous inner strength and experience. You will get life experience through this. And that will help you greatly as you go forward in life. Now, with the Maeve cycles and rhythms, honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So what this is saying is that through these transitions that are occurring, the 8th house can be about transitions. This is saying that you need to listen to your body. Okay, there is a wonderful opportunity coming in on the other side of this. Okay, this is about the grind that you go through to get to success. Okay, it's all the pains, the growing pains that you go through while you're doing this. And so this opportunity is coming in for you, but you need to be ready for it, and you cannot do it if you're exhausted or overwrought, or you haven't planned in time for yourself. With all the prioritizing and all the pressure and whatever that's going on, you must make time for yourself as well, so that you can go within to make good decisions. Okay, so listen to your body, listen to your emotions, and follow the cycles of your body. When you're tired, rest. When you have the energy, then prioritize and move forward on your top aspects that you need to deal with. Do whatever you can to manage your resources, but also manage your time, your energy, and your emotions, and honor the cycles of your body. So don't burn the candle at both ends. That's what this is saying. Okay. We have second house, which also deals with money, but this is more associated with your income and the money that you're, spending on a sort of a routine basis, daily basis, and so on. It also deals with your material things, your possessions, and everything that you own. It's all about, it can be anything that you own, any of your material possessions. And this can also be the building up of your material possessions, or having too many material possessions, or having that mindset which is all about material possessions and not much else, So you've got to watch that. But it can also be to do with your, what you own, as in property or land or housing or in anything like that. And it can also be obviously real estate related as well. So, something to do with that. But it can also be to do with your own self-worth and how you view that. And this can be to do with, your self-talk, how you talk to yourself, the voices that you're hearing in your head. Are they positive, or are they bringing you down? There's lots of ways that your self-worth can be also tied into the money that you're earning, and what you attribute from a material possession point of view. It's also your artistic flair, your talents, your skills, your abilities, how you dress, and so on, all of those aspects. But it really is also, it brings in, your possessions level, which is all about your security and your possessions, ownership of things. Now we have got Uranus genius coming in here. So I feel that this is going to bring in some sort of awakening, or it could be a wake-up call. Okay, Uranus is very fast. It's like a bolt of lightning. Okay, it can literally pull the rug out from under you. Or it could be a shift of consciousness. Okay, some perception shift is occurring. You could have a massive realization about something, or you could get a brilliant idea. But it can also be about change, just managing change, some big change coming in. Now, this Grand Cross is a catalyst for change. So whether this is the trigger and now you're going to be dealing with it, or something, pressure is created and then now changes are coming at you. But Uranus is it's also about harnessing the genius within. It's also about, as I said, leaps of consciousness. It's about getting glimpses of the future. You may be doing that. You may be getting glimpses of the future. You could be getting visions, or you could have insights or knowings about things, okay? Uranus deals with futuristic things. It's also to do with tech, anything futuristic or cutting edge, or just an upgrade from where you have been currently, anything to do with technology. It's also science and physics and science fiction, and all of these aspects come in with this. So but it's saying that a change is coming in, whether it's in your mind or whether it's a physical change coming in, but it could be very much an awakening or a turning point of some sort, like a wake-up call. And now you have to take action in some way, shape, or form, or it could just be a change of direction, as I said, which is very possible with the Saturn return. So Nemetona Sacred Space, create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So what this is saying is that you need to perhaps divest yourself of a few things materially, okay, or a few ideas or attitudes that you have about possessions, ownership, self-worth, all of these things. And you can do that by going within. You need to create a space or a refuge for yourself, or even go on some sort of retreat. It could even be a holiday, some kind of escape where you can just be by yourself, to take things in and to understand the deeper meanings of things. And Uranus could trigger that, okay, where you now are actually going within, because there's really no other way to go. You have to go within to get the answers, or to get insight, or to understand what has occurred. As I said, like an awakening or a realization shift, leap of consciousness, whatever. But this is saying that you need to create this around you, either in your home or where you are, or go somewhere where you can connect to the power places, whether this is in nature or a labyrinth, or some sort of symbology which is meaningful for you. It's about connecting to that, to get to connect to something larger than yourself, something divine, and godly, and that is and that will give you the power and the strength, I feel, to navigate whatever is occurring here. But it certainly is about also clearing your space, and this can be saging and all of those sorts of things. But I do feel, because it's falling in a material house and a money house, there could be aspects of your life which you need to clear out at this time, and change your attitudes or your perspectives, in order to bring about some sort of change which you are being asked to make here, or which may come upon you suddenly. Okay, so there's some kind of clearance required here. Then lastly, we have the seventh house. This, as I said, deals with relationships, close personal one-on-one relationships, whether this is a love relationship or some other kind of relationship, or a partnership of some kind. It all falls in under the seventh house, and so do the lower courts. Okay, so it's about, so this could be some aspect of a relationship is now changing, that could be coming in, or it could be that more balance is required here, some sort of giving and taking between you and the person. So some sort of balance or equilibrium needs to be coming in. But it could also be sharing resources, sharing time, sharing love, whatever it may be. And as I said, it's everything to do with relationships and relating. That all comes in with the seventh house. Now we've got here at the bottom, Mercury retrograde reinvention. So this is saying that some aspect of this situation is going to be put on hold, is going to either be delayed, or is going to be put on hold, or you're going to need to go within, because there can be no forward movement with this. Now this is where the going within comes in, as I said. So there's this Mercury retrograde is a period of going within. It's a slowing down. It's not a good time to be taking big actions, or big leaps forward, or showcasing something, or initiating big things. There's going to be a period of review here, anything with a re in front of it. So whether it is reinvention, as in reinventing a partnership or a relationship, or reinvention of yourself within that, or reinvention of yourself apart from that, and some sort of review. It's a redo, or a relocate, or anything with a re in front of it. Okay, a repeat even could be coming in. So it's a period of time where you go over things. It could be contract and document related as well. If that's the case, go over everything, triple check everything, because a mistake can be made, or something can be overlooked, or there can be a misinterpretation or a misunderstanding while this energy is in play. Now normally this comes in, our last and final one for this year will be the 27th of September through to the 18th of October. That is the official Mercury retrograde period. There's a shadow period on either side, but for you personally it may sort of be kicking in around about now, or it could be really intense before those dates. Just take it as it resonates, but you'll notice when this starts to happen, because things just get misplaced. You leave your keys somewhere, or you forget things, or you get misunderstand something, or you misinterpret something, or somebody else is misinterpreting you. It's a kind of a slowing down, and there could be delays, there could be frustrations, there could be something that you want to initiate, but it's not the right time. Okay, normally if we were apart from any retrograde period, this would probably be about a week or maybe a bit longer. So this is kind of a planning. You need to go back to the drawing board with something that you're trying to initiate in the 7th house. There's something that you need to go back to the drawing board about, look over it again, dot your I's, cross your T's, triple check everything. And it can also be, just be very, very careful what you say as well. Written and verbal things can go awry under this energy, okay? The other thing it can do is bring somebody or a situation back into your life from the past. Okay, so this may be, it could be a situation which is repeating, or a person, and they come in to deliver information or a very valuable insight for you. So this could be a situation that you've been in before and it's repeating to show you the lesson again. Or it could be somebody coming in to deliver an important message or give you an insight, or you may just see something to do with that person and you get the information or the insight from that. Okay, all of these things are possible. Past independence. So in the 7th house, it seems to me that something is shifting or changing in your relationship status, and it's asking you to perhaps be more independent from a particular aspect, whether this is you leaving the relationship or something changing in the relationship, or the basis of it is changing, and you need to be a bit more independent, perhaps in thought or opinion, or with what you're currently doing, or with your, perhaps not spending all your time together. You are now doing things independently because that it's to do with your interests or your hobbies, your time with your friends, or whatever it may be. Okay, and it's saying your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So this is a foundation for you. So this is, we're talking about foundations here as well with the Saturn return. So something that you need to build, or something that you need to create for yourself. You need to create time for yourself, or just independence of thought or opinion, whatever the situation may be. Okay, but the cats are always independent, and you can learn a lot from a cat. So it's something to do with that, being more independent in whatever is appropriate for you in this house. Finally, we have Isolde, undying love. So this normally indicates that something is coming up to do with a past relationship. So either a relationship has ended, or it is something from a past. The past, as I said, Mercury retrograde, and it's in your relationship house. Something could be coming to visit you from the past, either a person or a situation, or some sort of reminder. It can also be that somebody may be leaving your presence at this time, whether that's they're crossing over, or whether they are physically moving, into a different area, not in relationship with you, however it relates, okay? But it can also be that you are, at this time, undergoing healing and transition to now moving into a more happy, social, outgoing phase, because the healing is occurring, and on the other side of that, you will now be ready to get out and about and get your mojo back. So you may be recovering from something, or you may be then seeing something from the past, and now it's reminding you of a past situation, and you are now receiving healing to do with that. So something is being activated. Okay, so the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So whatever went down, whatever happened, whatever has occurred or is occurring, always remember that any love or effort that you put into a relationship is permanently recorded there, and it never goes away. It's always going to be there. It's part of the Akashic record. So have no fear or have no worry that the effort and the love that you put into something has somehow been lost or betrayed, or just wasn't worth it. Okay, none of that. Or if somebody is passed over and you're feeling the loss of that person, it's about saying that love that you've given, or the effort you put in, is recorded permanently and stays there. Okay, and this is about the recovery and the moving forward into a happier, getting your mojo back, moving forward, socializing, meeting others again, and getting yourself ready for love, or just for love of yourself and the love of life. So coming back to life again after perhaps a difficult reminder or a difficult situation, coming back to life and getting yourself ready for other relationships, other methods of, moving forward into more social times and happier times. Okay, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care, and I will see you next time. Please hang on for the love reading if you would like to. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your love reading. This is for you and your person, your significant other, your special someone. whether you have only just met, or you're only just aligning with somebody. You may be in the early stages, or you may already have been together for some time, or whatever's your situation, just take it as it resonates for you. So I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. The current situation, there is a lot of healing that is occurring at this time. So now whatever has occurred, whatever has come up, it seems to me that this is connected either to past life, that there's a very strong past life situation unfolding here, or it could be to do with inherited things, or things that you are, or both of you are bringing in from previous relationships, or a previous relationship. Just take it as it resonates for you. So this is Chiron is here. So Chiron is the wounded healer. This is wisdom through pain. So this is highlighting aspects of your past or past life where there was difficulty, or perhaps you two in a past life didn't quite get together, or there was separation of some sort, or it could be a loss, or you are experiencing all of those things. It could even have been various types of other relationship issues, that you may have experienced to do with betrayal or whatever. But it could also be personal things to do with your upbringing or your life up until this point. So this is about activating the healing energy within yourself, and you do this by bringing these aspects that need to be looked at and healed into the light. So you can only do that by actually focusing on them, whatever the situation is, and bringing it into the light and acknowledging that it has had a place in your life. And if it is a past life issue, well, it's the same thing. It's part of your makeup, both of you, and it's something that you've come here to work on, or to resolve, or to deal with. And it's something that you need to focus on, but you can't have things hiding or lurking in the background, or simmering underneath, or creating, something a wound that you have that hasn't been dealt with. You kind of put an elastoplast on it or papered it over, but it never really healed. So what does happen in life is that something will trigger it, or something will come back like a reminder, or something will come back, and now you need to deal with it. So whether this is a physical issue, a mental issue, or an emotional issue, quite often Chiron deals with emotional issues, but it could also be, as I said, somebody from your past is now coming back, or wants to come back into your life, and it just depends whether it's past life or current life. Take it as it resonates for you, but it needs to be dealt with. So I do feel that there is doubt lurking here. So whether it's self-doubt, or just doubt about the relationship, or just doubt that that things can take off, or that things can really manifest for you. This could be a dream also. This could be a person that you've perhaps been involved with previously, or wanted to be involved with, and it just never happened for some reason, and now they're coming back around into your life. You may have known them previously, or you may have gone out previously, or whatever the situation is. As I said, it could also be past life, and there's all these emotions are rising up within you, or within the relationship, or something has triggered a memory, or some sort of repeat or a recurrence. But it could also be personally within one or either of you, personal relationship issues, things that haven't worked out in other relationships with other people, whatever the situation may be, and it rises up to be dealt with. Now, normally if it's a repeating cycle, the best thing to do is to nip it in the bud and deal with it. But it could also just be something like a feeling uncomfortable about a situation, because it feels similar to something else in your life. But Chiron deals with that, by bringing these things to your notice, to your attention. And the minute you focus on it and you actually bring it into the light, it loses a lot of its fear and, issue, especially if you acknowledge it's present. Welcome it into your life. Welcome it in, because this needs to be looked at. It's part of you. It's part of your soul contracts. It's something that you chose for yourself in this lifetime to deal with. So bring it into the light. Apply various forgiveness techniques, obviously for yourself, and forgive the situation, so that you can release your ties to it, because quite often these things sap your energy. especially if it's something from your childhood or some other issue. It saps your energy because you're constantly going back there, or you've left energy there and you need to pull that energy back, and you can do that through forgiveness. Once you bring it into the light, apply forgiveness, especially for yourself, then you can move forward. Chiron also deals with all kinds of alternate therapies, so you can use lots of different types of alternate therapies or treatments to assist you at this time, to help you to get over things, or to see things clearly, or just to work through different things. We have also then got the Sacred Lotus here. This is the Divine Doors deck. And the Sacred Lotus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. So there's a key word here is compassion. It comes up again and again and again. So be compassionate towards yourself, towards your person, and to the situation. Apply compassion. Come back to that no matter what. And with the Sacred Lotus, just remember that the lotus grows through mud and muck in order to rise to the surface of the water to produce that incredible flower. So we are all the same way. We are all rising up through that muck and the mud and the murky waters and what looks like nothing can grow there. Up comes this incredible plant with a beautiful flower. And so this is what it's saying, is that apply compassion to yourself. To, everything is an experience. Your whole life is an experience, which leads me here to full moon in Sagittarius, which is saying life is an adventure. Life is an experience, okay? You may not know all the details, but you need to look at the bigger picture. You need to see that life is an adventure, and that everything is a learning exercise for you. As painful as it may have seemed at the time, you're not in that position. You're now moving forward. You're in the present moment. So release the past. You need to release the past. That is what Chiron's healing is saying. And with the full moon in Sagittarius, this is very much it's like a breakthrough, or some kind of overcoming, or luck is behind you with this. And there's like forward motion, there's forward momentum with the bow and arrow there, but it's a breakthrough of some kind, breaking old patterns, moving forward. So if you've had repeating patterns in your life, now is the time to overcome them and move forward. You've got a lot of very positive energy behind you with this. And look at it as an adventure, as an experience, and don't be afraid. Have confidence to move forward, and courage, which is also here. We've got courage. Have courage and move forward, and don't be afraid. Don't allow doubt and other issues or old pain to hold you back. Release that, and release yourself from that through forgiveness. Bring things into the light so that you can release yourself and your energy from those situations, and it will come rushing back to you, and then you will have more clarity and energy to move forward. Now, this is for you and then for your person. The qualities that I'm picking up on may be interchangeable, so see how it goes. But we've got here for you semi-sextile allowing. So this is an allowing energy. I feel that you are looking at this from a hopeful standpoint. You are obviously in the compassion mode, but you are looking at things as there's hope here. You're seeking clarity, I feel, and there's potential. There is potential that you are seeing, and there's encouragement coming in for you. And this is part of a cycle. I think you're realizing this at a deep level, that everything grows. We all grow. Remember the lotus, okay, growing up through the mud. So there's always going to be growth. There's always going to be learning exercises. But it's how you respond and your attitude and your beliefs about things. So let go of old inhibiting beliefs and allow your beautiful self, your beautiful lotus flower to come through. For the divine doors on your side, we've got inner power. By your own command, you brought yourself here. At this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. Okay, so let go of the fears. Apply the forgiveness, as I said. Bring these things into the light, the lurgies, the things that are underneath. Bring them into the light. They lose their fear factor then. And be hopeful. This is what I feel that you are doing. You are allowing this situation to unfold because you see hope, you see potential, and you're using your intuition, your compassion, your ability to connect, and it's part of a growth and part of a cycle for you. Your person. We've got Neptune here, so I feel that they There could be exhibiting a few things. They could be in a bit of a sort of a dreamy state, or it could be that they are in a spiritual state. They could be deep in meditation or exhibiting aspects of this, sort of being in a quiet, more meditative phase. But they are also maybe experiencing some sort of doubt or confusion, or just no clarity at this point. Okay, so what they need to do is to focus in on the spiritual aspect of this. And Neptune rules the 12th house normally, and that deals with karmic issues as well. So this could be, as I said, past life. You may have been in a past life together, and you're now coming back to do things relating those past lives or that past life. So you're coming together to solve, resolve, move forward, try again, whatever the situation may be. And this can be done by connecting to your spiritual self or going within, and they could be getting a lot of dreams as well. They could be in a dreamy state. They could also be quite enchanted with you at this time, especially if they've been in your life before. So this could be memories. They could be thinking about things, and it could also be a dream come true for them. But they are being in a compassionate phase. Compassion comes up again. And they are looking at this as, from that standpoint, a spiritual standpoint, that possibly they are intuiting about that, that there is something much deeper at work here. There's a much deeper situation occurring. There's healing occurring, and they're applying compassion, but they may just have a few niggling doubts or be a little bit unclear about certain things. Now, their divine door here. We've got silent skill. I challenge you to unpack your mind in meditation's grace. The soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. Okay, so that's why I say I feel that they may just be not thinking clearly or not seeing things 100% clearly. And they may just be sort of experiencing sort of some sort of level of confusion or just doubt, as I said. But they could also be sensing that there's much deeper levels to this relationship, much deeper levels to work through, and they can access that through meditation or going within or through the dream state, and also through empathy and compassion. By being in that mode, then they will connect to the situation and be able to work through it with you or work through the situation together. It seems to be that with this situation, you have been given a very rare opportunity, a very rare chance, because you've got Blue Moon here, believe in the impossible. Okay, so if this is somebody that's been in your life before, and now they're coming around again, or whether it's past life, this is saying that you've got a really rare opportunity here, a very rare chance, and it will only come around in this specific way, exactly like this once. Okay, so don't laugh this off or lose yourself and let it go. Okay, this is a very special opportunity coming in for you here, a special opportunity for healing and to move forward in some way, shape or form which is appropriate to you. And you can also be making new memories, I feel, because we've got here another doors picture, and we've got here a moment's joy. Sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. Okay, so this is something that I keep coming back to, either past life or a memory of this person. Or it could be memories that you're having of past loves and things like that. But you can create a moment's joy. You can create new ones with your current situation or however it's unfolding for you. And even though time is passing and time has passed and whatever has occurred for you and your person, this is what memories are. It's a moment that lasts forever, and it's a heart connection for you. Then we've also got Cancer, the Dwala, and this is again compassion coming in, sympathy, empathy, it's intuition, instinct. So use your intuition and your instinct to guide you at this time, and tap into that. It's about being also protective of your energy and protective of the union or of what it is that you're moving forward with here. But most of all, it's about your feelings, connecting to your feelings, and allowing those to guide you at this time. And it can also be about your old habits and old ways and beliefs, or old situations like nostalgia and sentimentality. Yes, you can bring in hindsight, but you do need to move forward now and you may have memories surfacing at this time or be looking at the past, but you do need to move forward and release yourself from the past so that you can move forward into your beautiful future. Okay, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care, and I will see you next time.